Kurt Russell movie draft time, boys.
Oh, baby.
And since Frank has won the 2 games, he gets to pick first. So let me start my little list down here. Frank, what's your first movie?
So, like I was telling you earlier, I know there's going to be a lot of going for the name brand for Kurt Russell, which I had a few on here, but I focused more on the ones that I enjoyed watching, growing up. So my number one draft pick is one that came out, I think, in '92, and a lot of people don't know about, but it's fantastic. Captain Ron. It's such a great movie. Love Captain Ron.
I knew it. Damn it. I was going to make sure that I specified that I knew which one you were going to pick, because I knew, like, anytime we would play Halo back in the day and Captain Ron came up in the conversation, Frank absolutely loves Captain Ron. All right, Lan, your pick. What's your first Kurt Russell movie?
For me, the first and only Kurt Russell movie.
I know which one it is. Can I say it?
I guess.
Am I stealing your thunder? I don't want to steal your thunder. I just know what it is.
I have no thunder since I lost 7-4. So
that's true.
7-4.5.
Well, here I'm resetting the scores for you, so you don't have to look at that. All right, there you go. Is it Big Trouble in Little China?
Yes. And literally for the exact same reasons, like as Frank with Captain Ron. I grew up watching Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, man.
That was my movie.
Who didn't grow up watching that movie? It's such a great movie. My buddy Big Mike, rest in peace, he used to be able to recite that whole opening line from that movie. It was awesome. All right, so now it's on to me. So we're doing this snake draft style, and essentially what we're trying to do is we're trying to build the best triple feature night of Kurt Russell movies. And so my first movie,
I know what it's going to be. Can I say what yours is going to be?
Do it.
Tombstone.
Oh shit. That was the wrong button. But yeah, you're right. There you go. Oh my God, that was too good. Yeah, hell yeah, Tombstone, dude. Oh my God. Like, I remember our high school baseball team, and like specifically, I think it was Nick DeFreitas, would just sit there and quote line after line of Doc Holliday from that movie. Oh, it's so good. And I get suckered into watching it still as I'm flipping around on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, and like, and it'll just be a clip from the movie, and I'll end up watching it, even though I've seen it 1,000 times. Like the scene when Wyatt Earp shows up and he beats the shit out of Billy Bob Thornton. Remember, he fucking beats the crap out of him.
Val Kilmer really took over that movie, though.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah, he did. Hell, I'm not.
The story behind that with the director?
With the director? I don't know, but we need to put a pin in that. Is it a lengthy one or is it a quick one?
I mean, basically, they fired the director and Kurt Russell took over, but the director was still there, and Kurt Russell was basically directing the movie behind the director's back because they lost faith in the original director. So Kurt Russell basically directed that whole movie but didn't get credit for it.
Yeah, well, it was a fantastic movie. If you've never seen Tombstone, by the way, go watch it. It is amazing. All right, my second pick, since we're doing this snake draft style, so I get back to back, and then we're going to go back to Lan after this. Do you know what this one is?
No. Well, I think I might. You want me to take a guess?
Fire away.
Well, if I say something, then I don't want it to interfere with somebody else's pick.
Well, I know what my pick is.
Frank.
I know, but you get to pick after me.
Okay.
So
I think you're going to say The Thing.
Fart noise?
I am not. I am not going to say The Thing. I am going with a movie that was filmed on the coast of Oregon.
Overboard.
Overboard. Absolutely. All right, Lan, your second pick.
Off my list.
What are you going with? Are you going to go with The Thing?
No, I'm not going to go with The Thing.
See, that's the thing.
I'm going to go with
literally The Thing. That made the list last week.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to actually go with something slightly newer. I'm going to go with Stargate.
Ooh, good one.
Man, I'm telling you, as I was researching this and just looking up all the different movies that he's been in, I saw a picture of him in Stargate, and I had to do a double take because I legitimately thought it was Wyatt, his son. Like dressed up as him from that movie. It's insane how much they look alike. And by the way, if you're not watching
Spader,
if you're not watching Monarch, yes, fantastic. If you're not watching Monarch, which is on Apple TV Plus, it's about Godzilla. Make sure you guys go check it out. It does have Kurt Russell and Wyatt Russell in it. All right, we're back to Frank. What you get to go back to back here. So what are your second and third movies?
Second is going to be Tango and Cash.
Oh, I was wondering if you're going to go with that one.
With him and Stallone. There was such great one-liners. And what was that, like in 89 when that movie came out? So you got a little bit of the 80s kind of style, early 90s
bleeding
style.
into the 90s. Yep.
Hey,
all right, what's your third pick?
This one, it's one that I don't think people are going to enjoy too much. But again, I enjoyed it just because it's just off the wall. Escape from LA. For whatever reason, I enjoyed that movie. It's such a crappy B movie, but
Escape from LA and not Escape from New York. Snake Plissken, huh?
I liked. See, I hadn't seen Escape from New York. I'd seen LA first, and then went back and watched New York.
I did too.
Because I think it was at the time.
I did too because
it came out on HBO.
I think because we were the age that Escape from LA was targeting when it
came out in theaters. That's
So
like in 95 or 96, but like the CGI, if you watch it now, the CGI is so garbage.
Oh,
and even like there's just so many things wrong with the movie, but it's such a good kind of B type sci-fi movie.
The basketball scene when he's got to make the full court shot, like you remember that? He just heaves it up and he makes it. Oh my god! All right, so Frank's
Bruce Campbell having a cameo in it.
Right. Frank's three are Captain Ron, Tango and Cash, Escape from LA. By the way, Captain Ron, super underrated. All right, Lane,
you're a great one.
Your third movie.
Kind of going off of Frank. I'm going with New York.
Oh, Escape from New York. Look at you guys. All right. So there's a lot of options here for me for my final one. So here's some of the movies that sort of make, I guess, the honorable mention list, as nobody's picked them yet. There was 3,000 miles. There was 3,000 miles to Graceland. Let me know if I hit any other ones on yours there, Frank.
That was one of them. Yeah.
Where he plays an Elvis impersonator. It has Christian Slater. There's a bunch of people in the movie, and it's
Kevin Costner.
It's a cheesy. Yeah. Oh, I forget he's in it. It's a cheesy shoot 'em up action movie. I remember when I saw it, there was some songs on the soundtrack that were right up the alley of the stuff that we were playing on the college radio station that I was running. So we played a lot of those songs. And as we were talking about it, there's this one kid who was just, I can't believe anybody liked that movie. Like he was going like super highbrow, and anybody who likes that movie must be a blithering idiot because it's just guns and shoot 'em up. And I'm like, yeah, that's the point. That's the whole reason that we watch a movie like this, is because that's what it's providing us. It's literally just a stupid, silly shoot 'em up movie where they're keeping the cash in the roof of the hotel. Who was the chick? I'm forgetting that.
It was from Friends.
Courtney Cox?
Yeah, because that was where I was going to have your tie-in with WCW, because she was dating the Arquette guy at the time, or married to him.
Right.
And they did this thing where he shows up on the set of the movie, and Kurt Russell shows up and says, yeah, we got to go make our lovemaking scene right now, and like walks off with her. And David Arquette's like, okay. And that was the crossover of Kurt Russell and WCW.
That's why when I was looking up the IMDb page, it said he was in one episode of Monday Nitro.
Yeah, that was it. I remember watching that. Like he just randomly just pops in. He's like, "Oh yeah, we got to go make our lovemaking scene right now," and he just walks off. And David Arquette's going, "Okay, I'll talk to you later."
Because remember, he was in the WCW movie. Arquette,
Ready to Rumble.
Yeah, man, at that time I loved that movie. I thought it was great.
It's still pretty funny.
All right, some other movies that made the list here. At least some other ones that are on. So I guess the honorable mention, you have Death Proof on there.
That's right.
You want to stick with kind of Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino. You have The Hateful Eight.
Yep.
He was one of the voices in The Fox and the Hound.
Yeah, Copper.
Yep.
I think the older Copper.
If you want to go really new, you're looking at Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, where he plays Ego.
Backdraft.
Backdraft. All right, Frank, I want to know if there's any others that you have on your list that I have not listed yet? Because I still haven't even gotten to my third pick, which is totally off the wall fucking movie.
This one's gonna be is completely off the wall. People, I don't think realize he was a kid actor and was also under the Disney umbrella.
He was Walt Disney's last words.
Right.
Well, I mean,
he did a movie. He did a movie, and I remember watching this as like a kid on the Disney Channel. It was called The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes. Mm-hmm. And he's like in college and does an experiment with a computer and somehow gains the ability to just store information and just becomes a super genius. And for whatever reason, I enjoyed that movie as a kid. That was just one off the wall right there. If you ever want to find that one, it's like, I think from like 68 or something like that, 66, 68, somewhere around there.
Yeah. The way the story went was Walt Disney had written down on a notepad a list of names with some projects on it. And that's when he became ill and was taken to the hospital and ultimately passed away. And on that list was Kurt Russell. And they even have footage from Disneyland back in the day when they would do the promotions on Sunday night television of the Wonderful World of Disney with Kurt Russell riding the rides and going around the park and promoting aspects of the park and stuff like that. Now it's come full circle. I want to know, this is going to be my third movie for my Kurt Russell triple feature. I want to know if you guys even know of this one. It's called Bone Tomahawk.
Yeah, I know of it.
Have you seen it?
No, but I've heard it's pretty good. It's a Western.
Well, kind of. So
yeah,
I had seen it. I think it was on Amazon Prime a while back. And as I was watching it, I'd put it in my queue. And I never watched it. And I think one day I randomly mentioned it on the morning show. And somebody called up and they're like, dude, you got to watch the movie. It's a great movie. So I kind of got pushed into watching it. And it starts out kind of as your typical Western film. It's got the one guy that was in Party of Five and Lost, Matthew Fox, was that his name? I think he was in it. But this movie takes a turn about halfway through that is fucking nuts, dude. So I'm telling you, and let me look it up right now before we wrap up the show here. I want to see where it's available because I believe it used to be on Amazon Prime, but I'm not sure where it is now. But it's called Bone Tomahawk. Came out in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And it oh my God, it's available. Oh, it's on Hulu. I was going to say it's Disney Plus, but it's available on Hulu. So if you have Hulu, you can watch Bone Tomahawk, and it is an absolutely bonkers movie. It's the first half is still great, but I mean, it truly takes a twist there at the end. So if you've never seen it, definitely give Bone Tomahawk a chance. So one more time here. Here are our triple features going on down the line. Frank has Captain Ron, Tango and Cash, Escape from L.A. Lan has Big Trouble in Little China, Stargate, and Escape from New York. And mine goes Tombstone, Overboard, and Bone Tomahawk. So I'll be putting a post up about that to see which one gets more votes on which one has the better triple feature on.